Hi, this is Martin and Steve at Makita. In front of us is 6 new products from September, and we're going to go through these in more detail.
Welcome to Makita's new YouTube channel. My name's Steve and this is Martin, and between us both we have 20 years experience training and using Makita products. We're now going to take you through 6 of the best from the September trade launch.
Those being the DPO 600 polisher, the DHR 182 rotary hammer drill, the DHS 782-783 circular saw, the DSL 800 drywall sander, and the DUT 130 paddle mixer. And of course we're not forgetting the new DLS 211 12-inch mitre saw.
So please like, subscribe and click the notifications bell, and please let us know which is your favourite product we have shown you today in the comments below.
So this is the new DHS 782 and 783 circular saws by Makita. As I said, there's 2 models in the range. There's a 782 and a 783. The difference between them is the 783 features AWS Bluetooth capability, whereas the 782 is a standard circular saw. Apart from that, both machines are twin 18 volt, so 36 volt motor, brushless. It also features ADT, which is the automatic drive torque. So when it's doing 6,000 RPM, it won't slow down under load. As you can see on the side here, it also says the machine has an electric brake. So with the 190mm or 7-inch diameter blade, that's going to give you a maximum depth of cut of 62mm. You've got dust extraction on top of the guard. Your levers at the back as normal to adjust the depth of cut. 2 handles for 2-handed juice. There's a lock-off trigger also, and on top here you do get your battery indicators. With the wing nut front and back, if we undo those, that will allow you to bevel the saw over to 45 degrees. And the nice new feature with both machines is the base is identical to the SP6000, which is our plunge saw. So that means both circular saws will go straight onto the guide rail system without needing an adapter. This is the new DHR 182 rotary hammer drill by Makita. It's a brushless motor, runs off a single 18 volt battery. It features SDS Plus up to a maximum of 18mm into concrete. Comes supplied with a side handle, and it's also a 3-function machine. So you can see here we've got hammer only, rotary hammer, and rotary only positions. Also features anti-vibration technology. It also has a spring-loaded back handle there. Forward and reverse switch, variable speed trigger, LED job light at the front, and it also has the AWS Bluetooth capability. Now the machine can come supplied with dust extraction box, which is the DX05. So that simply slides and clips onto the front of the machine. We've got a telescopic arm, which you can adjust to the length of the drill bit, and you also set the depth stop on the side there. New feature with this dust box is we've got a manual filter clean with the turn knob underneath, so simply turn that. When you hear it clicking, it shakes the filter to clean it out. We've got a nice clear dust box as well, so we can see when that's full and needs emptying. It then simply unclips from underneath, and then again on the top, so you're allowed to open up and empty out the dust. Once you've emptied it out, simple, snaps back on into place, and you're ready to use again. This is our new twin 18 volt Mitre saw. Features a brushless motor. It has deep exact cutting and also Bluetooth capability with AWS. It's a 305mm or 12-inch Mitre saw, so it will cut 107mm depth, 363mm across the bed. So all your standard roofing, joists, timbers, stud work, fence posts, skirting, pretty much all your construction timber it's capable of cutting. As you can see from the side, it comes the standard with an Effie cut blade. That blade on there is a 60 tooth blade with a kerf of 2.5mm. It has all your standard Mitre angles going from 0 to 60 degrees, not just to the right but all the way 6 degrees to the left as well. Of course, your standard angles it will lock off as a preset. You can have an option, however, to disengage the presets here, and that allow you to freely move it around without it jumping in. If you wanted to lock it off anywhere else, which is a non-standard angle, we can then use a turn knob at the front just to lock that Mitre angle off. As you can see, the new feature of this is we have the parallel slide bars that come out the front of the saw, so that will allow you to place the back of the saw up against the wall and still get in the full travel across the bed. You can, if you wish, lock the head down in this position, and there is a carrying handle on top if you're strong enough to carry it around. There is a built-in laser which has its separate on and off switch and a battery indicator at the front. Nice new feature with this saw is dust extraction. You can see it connects to the back. It does have a pipe lock on it as well, so it locks into place. As you can see then, it splits into two. So we take the dust from the back of the saw, and we also have a big scoop at the back here. So it's a good 90 to 95% improvement on dust collection. The machine will bevel over to the left and to the right. To do that, you must remove the back fences, which can also clip into place on the material rest. To bevel the saw over, you unlock it from here, come slightly off of 0, hold the black button in. That will allow you then to bevel over to 45 degrees. I said it can go to the right and to the left. There is a lever underneath as well, so when you're beveling, you can actually have presets on the bevel, and like with the Mitre angles, if you wanted a different angle, you just use the lock at the front to lock it off. The machine, as you can see, comes with a material clamp, and the material rests are slightly different from the things we've had in the past. So you can see new design on here, which allows you to then, with the material clamp, you can move it out onto the material rest on both sides. And also it features a new feature here, so on both sides of the machine we can undo this, and this can be moved to here, and we can use it as a material stop if we're cutting material to specific lengths.
So this is the DUT 130 from Makita. It's a brushless paddle mixer, 18 volt, variable speed by the trigger, lock off button on the top of the machine, elastoplaster handle for a soft grip and to keep your hands nice and warm and dry. Variable speed done by the trigger, and then you also have a speed switch which is geared 1 and 2. So this machine is capable from going 0 to 1,300 RPMs, depending on what you're mixing. Side handle on the machine can be moved to the left or the right, as well as the cover that is on the front. So the cover itself is protecting the machine's internal parts from getting any of the material that you're mixing into the machine, which will then seize it up or damage it. So that protects that at the front end. And then at the back we have a large battery cover which opens up, which you slide your Makita battery into, close it up, and then that will stop any of the material getting up into the battery as well and damaging that in any way. So that is the DUT 130 paddle mixer. As you can see from the machine here we have in front of us, there's plenty of rubber bumpers on the machine to protect the paintwork of the car that you're polishing, or whatever you are polishing. In fact, it doesn't have to be a car. Large one at the front nose of the machine, and then at the back you can see underneath the battery housing, nice rubber housing there. When you insert the battery as well, there is a clip on the back of it that pushes tight against the battery to stop adverse vibration when using the machine, so it's nice and steady in the hand. You then have a variable speed trigger, a variable speed dial on the top, so more precision when you're setting it into the mode you want. A lock off for the trigger as well, so it doesn't get activated when not needed. Wire gauze on the side, so that are changeable as well, and replaceable and washable, so you can take them off and give them a clean. So after a couple of times of using, it's worth taking them off and giving them a wash. On the top of the machine you have your selection, so if you want it in free rotation mode or force rotation mode, so normal mode and finishing mode, it's done by pushing the button down on the top, which will then light up to indicate which mode that it's in. There's also a chart on the top there showing you which settings work at which RPMs when in that particular setting. Top of the machine is a side handle which can go left or right, and then the free rotation mode can be done manually just by switching the switch at the front. The machine itself has anti-restart as well, so if you do remove the battery and plug it in and leave the machine on, it won't automatically start up. So if it is in top of a bonnet, it won't start going across the bonnet automatically. And then it is available as well with 3 types of pads or 3 sizes. So you have a sponge, a wool, and then just a normal backing pad, all available in 100mm, 125 and 150mm. And that is the DPO 600. The machine itself I have in front of me here, as you can see, nice ergonomical designed handle at the back, can be used as a normal grip or with the T handle for hard to reach spots. Variable speed by the trigger as well as the dial on the top. Has a lock-on function for in use in hard to reach places, and there is also a lock-off function for when it's in transport so that nothing gets touched or turned on when in transit. 18-volt battery slides onto the back of the machine, dust port at the bottom of the machine as well to take away your dust, and which is also done by the AWS Bluetooth system that's fitted to this machine. As we move up, we have a temperature gauge on the top which will indicate if the machine is starting to overheat after a long period of use or if you're pushing down too hard on it. And all you'll have to do is release off to ease the pressure and the light will go back out. As we go up to the top of the machine, you can see here there's a nice collet there which is done for adjusting the sizes of the machine and extending. Dust extraction at the top, and its multi-pivotal head at the top as well, so it can go into multiple angles, ceilings, floors or walls. There's also 2 guide wheels on one side of the head which will guide up and down into the corners of the room or the corners in the top of the room, and the disc diameter itself is 225mm in diameter. The pad that's on there is 210, but the discs themselves are 225. There is some accessories available as well. The extension pole, so the machine itself will extend from 1.1 to 1.5 on its own, done by the collet, or with the extension bar will go up to 2.1 overall length with that on. And then all of this as well will come in a large LXT Makita bag which will fit all your machines in and your accessories. So we're just going to tell you a little bit more about the DSL 800 and the DVC 864. So this is the brushless AWS technology. Both machines 18-volt brushless. The vacuum is a twin 18-volt brushless machine and runs the Bluetooth chip. The machine is a single 18-volt brushless AWS chip together, compatibility, they connect, talk to each other, and will automatically turn the vacuum on and off when using this machine for dust extraction.
So those are the 6 new products from September. The links are in the description below. Feel free to leave any comments, and remember to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell for monthly content.